Shalom. Let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakdash. Double honors to the apostles, GMS Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. DHS warns that right-wing extremists could attack power grid. Okay, now, this isn't the first time, nor the second. All right. That Esau Edom has been hinting hints on his next attack. All right. On his next move. Okay. And his next move is what you see here. Okay. Now, if Esau, all right, would completely attack the power grid, okay, it'll cause a lot of things, because let me just say, it's gonna cause civil unrest. All right, it's gonna heavily affect the economy, which literally it'll finally collapse it. All right, the crash that they've been warning about will happen when they shut down the power. All right, when they attack the power grid. Crime, people dying, food, famine is going to make everything that's going on now hit the ground, finally. And this is what they want, to bring in their new world order, so they're justified in bringing the MOTB. Okay? Last year, all right, the head of the Economic Forum, Schwab, I forgot his complete name, Klaus Schwab, if I'm saying it right, correct me if I'm wrong. They said that they would be practicing a cyber pandemic, okay? And I believe it was 20-something plus countries that were participating, okay? In case of something like this, the power grid will get hit, okay? So we already know what the next move is, for sure, okay? Because when this happens, all hell is going to break loose. Civil unrest, famine, everything you can think of times 100. This will finally collapse America as you know it, okay? Babylon the Great, all right? It says domestic violent extremists and racially motivated extremists have been developing plans to attack the U.S. electrical sector. Now, I just saw this on Dabu, and this makes that right there, domestic violent extremists and racially motivated extremists. They're talking about white supremacists, okay? Which shows you that I was reading another article with this same subject, all right? And they keep saying, well, it said white supremacists. It never said nothing about so-called black supremacists, okay? Because they know Jake wouldn't be able to do some stuff like this, man. Jake don't have no access to no power grid, okay? So how the hell can it be Jake? How can it be you so-called Negroes, all right, that's going to cause this to happen? Okay, the only one who has access to a power grid system is the one who invented it, which is Esau Edom. Okay? And now they're saying extremist groups, racially extremist groups are going to attack the power grid. So if you're saying domestic violent extremists have been developing plans to attack the U.S. electrical sector, how come you didn't lock them up? Like Dabu said, it made total sense. How come you didn't lock them up if this is what they're planning to do? How come you just letting them go along and letting them do some evil thing like this? It says, according to an intelligence bulletin from the Department of Homeland Security that was issued this week and obtained by the Daily Beast, DVEs have developed credible specific plans to attack electricity infrastructure since at least 2020, identifying the electric grid as a particular attractive target given its interdependency with our infrastructure sectors, the alert said. DHS Office of Intelligence and Analysis issued the alert to the electrical sector Monday, following requests from power companies to take stock of increased threats from domestic violent extremists in 2020 and 21. The alert comes as DHS and federal investigators strain to keep up with the threat of domestic violent extremists and continue to work to charge participants in the January 6th insurrection. This is coming. This is the next thing that they're gonna do, which they said a cyber pandemic is way worse than a pandemic. And that's true because everything is gone. The power is gone. Everything. You can't buy food. All the people in the hospital, fucked. They're gonna die. People that's on ventilators. People that require, things that people need that require electricity is gonna be off. Everything you can name of, everything is connected to the electrical grid. And that's a perfect shot to get to bring in their new world order. All right? You don't let a good crisis go to waste. You make it worse. Esau Edom is already telling you what they're getting ready to do. And it's an attack on the electrical grid system. Okay? This will officially bring in the new world order. This right here, man. Problem, reaction, solution. You cause the problem, the people react, then you bring in the solution, which is the MOTB. The last move to finally crash the dollar and bring in digital currency, an excuse to bring in the RFI, to bring in the MOTB, to bring in a digital currency. The head of DHS Office of Intelligence and Analyst John Cohen told lawmakers in recent testimony that nearly 1 year after the riot on Capitol Hill, the threat landscape from domestic violent extremists is one of the most complex, volatile, and dynamic that I've experienced in my career. DHS have been buckling down on efforts to share more intelligence on domestic violent extremism with the private sector and state and local partners, according to Cohen, over the last year and a half. The FBI have been pushing more resources to domestic terrorism investigations, and the FBI have more than doubled its domestic terrorism caseload since spring of 2020, according to FBI Director Christopher Wray. And what they're going to do is they're going to blame Russia for this. Like Esau Edom always does, not knowing that the American people not knowing, all right, that it was your own government that did this. Because Esau likes to play games like that. He likes to blame others when it was really him that did it. All right? They're mischief. All right? This is a wicked device. All right? That they plan on doing. All right? It says white supremacists express interest in wreaking havoc. White supremacists. So how come you didn't lock them up? Like Dabu said, which makes total sense in the world. If they were threatening to attack the power grid, how come you didn't lock these people up? Where are they? What's the name? How do they look? You see, people don't question things like this. They just go along with whatever Esau Edom tells them. Wreaking havoc on the power grid if President Donald Trump were to lose re-election in 2020. And something's telling me, I mean, I don't know how long this place is going to last, but supposedly they're supposed to begin the next presidential elections. The so-called next presidential elections is going to be in 2024. Like I said, I don't know how long we have. I don't know if we're going to reach 2024. I don't know. I'm just saying, all right? The elites might be playing games with people. They might have it to where, let's just hypothetically say, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if if the current king of Babylon, Sleepy Joe, all right, loses to Donald Trump. Okay, let's just say. And then something happens where they take out or let's just say something, let's just say that they assassinate the president. That's gonna cause a civil unrest, all right? Because you got a lot of people that support Trump, you know, that love Trump, that look at Trump like he's God, all right? So that's gonna cause a civil war, okay? And then they're gonna have to bring back Joe Biden, and that's really gonna piss people off, okay? So. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Salakia, but damn, I just lost my train of thought of what I was gonna say. All right, maybe the most I didn't want me to bring it out, but just forget. Let's go back to what I was saying. I totally forgot what I was saying. Salakia, I just had my mind just went blank. If it comes back, I'll repeat what I said. But Salakia for that. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. But it says white supremacists express interest in wreaking havoc on the power grid if President Donald Trump were to lose elections in 2020. And last year, 4 men tied to racially motivated extremists were charged with conspiracy to damage the property of an energy facility in the United States after using assault-style rifles in an attempt to explode a power substation. All right. I'm going to stop there because pretty much we know what the point is. We get the point. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All right. And this is an example right here. All right. But they're telling you. All right. But the people, the American people, don't see it, man. All right. Because they're stupid. And they'll call you a conspiracy theory. Oh, that's not true. That will never happen. And then when it happens, then they feel stupid. Okay? Event 201 was a practice on a worldwide pandemic. And what happened a year after? A pandemic came. Lockdown happened. Now they're telling you a power grid attack is getting ready to happen. And the people don't believe that. And then what happens? Then what you gonna say? Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right. And this right here, all right, is nothing but what they're saying is nothing but lies. All right, white extremists are, no, that's your own government that's getting ready to do this. Okay, your own government is getting ready to attack the power grid system. Okay, this is what's gonna officially collapse America. Okay, and bring massive death, unrest, famine, You name it, it's gonna happen. Something big is coming. Something way worse than what's going on now. And you're looking at it. Okay? And of course they're gonna blame Russia, all right, or China, mostly Russia, all right. But it really is not them, all right. It's your own government that's doing it. Just like they with what happened in what happened 21 years ago, all right, around there with the towers, okay. That was a lie, all right. That was your own government that did that, all right. But this is gonna be way worse. But with that, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakudash. Shalom.